Hi, this is Rebecca with Maid Central, and in this video we'll be talking about the different tabs that you can find at the customer level of your Maid Central account. I'll be using two separate accounts inside of our Maid Central test environment to demonstrate how tabs might look differently if they were brought through the system in a different manner or have not been set up all the way to completion yet. So let's start off with the Overview tab. The Overview tab of a customer's account provides you with the overview of the stats, including customer stats, last cleaning, revenue. It also includes the information about their jobs, their scheduled jobs, past jobs, or jobs that are coming up at a month at a time. You can also see on the overview any information about their QuickBooks connectivity or their connectivity to your credit card processor. And this is all things that you can find at the Overview tab. Next up is the Quotes tab. The Quotes tab will not display any information if the customer was imported during your initial import to Maid Central, or if the customer was created by going to Customer Create Quotes. Customer Create Customer. You will see information on the Quotes tab if the customer was brought through the quoting tool, and that means booked through the quoting tool. So you can see in this other account example, we do have information that lets us know from the Quotes tab when the quote was created, what type of service that was sold, and when it was booked. This now allows you to go back to that actual quote that was created for this customer originally back when they booked. So using this as an example, if this customer decided they wanted to switch from every 2 weeks to weekly, you could easily come down here and see their pricing for the different recurrences that they might be interested. So back to our customer overview, or back to our customer account level. Next tab that's up is your billing information tab. This tab gives you the opportunity to create a billing information address or to edit the existing address on file. Just with the click of the mouse, you can come in here and edit their billing information if it happens to be different than their physical address. Next up, again, is the Agreements tab. This will only have information if they were booked through the actual booking quoting tool. And this will tell you if they agreed to confirm service now when they originally were booked. So let's head back to our last account that had a lead for us. And you can see here that they were booked. We can resend their confirmation. And let's head back to their actual accounts and see if they click the Agreements button. So from here, you can go to their Agreements tab. And had they clicked the Confirm Service Now button, you would have a record of when they agreed to your services, what computer they used, the information, and just have the confirmation that they confirmed service now after booking. Next up is our Contacts tab. The Contacts tab houses a couple of different things. It houses all of your customer contact information. You have the opportunity to delete existing information. You can edit existing information, again, by the click of the mouse and edit the information here, or you can create new. So if they provide you with new contact information, you have the opportunity to create a new contact just by selecting Create Contact. So again, you can delete, edit, or create new. A little further down on the Contacts tab is your notifications. These are your reminder notifications. So again, you can create new notifications from here. You also have the opportunity, if they had existing notifications, to edit those notifications or delete those notifications. So this is all happening on your Contacts tab. Next up is our Scorecards tab. This is going to house any scorecard responses that this customer has ever given us on a job that we've checked in and checked out of and cleaned for them at their home. Let's head back over to the other test account that we've been using, and you can see here from their Scorecard tab, they have completed a scorecard for us. We do have running information that's included on the Scorecard tab here. Next up, User Account tab. From the User Account tab, you have the opportunity to send customer invite email. So this is allowing you to let them set up and choose their own email address to connect to their Maid Central account. You could actually enter their email address right here and create the account with the email that you have, all from this user account tab. The other information over here has to do with property management groups. So if you have a big apartment complex and have set them up as a property management group, and this is a member that lives in that apartment complex, you could assign them to a property management group, use an existing one, or assign a new one, and then you could see that information stored here if they were attached to a property management group. Next up is your QuickBooks tab. So we're going to look at a couple different views here. From this test account, you can see that we have got a QuickBooks tab and we are connected to QuickBooks. So it's got my information provided. I do have past invoice information as well. I have access to this invoice information. Since these have already been created in QuickBooks, I can now see this information from the QuickBooks tab available at the customer level of your Maid Central account. If the customer has not been connected to QuickBooks Online yet, you're going to see a little bit different information here on the QuickBooks tab from the customer account. You're going to have the opportunity to connect them to QuickBooks. By the click of this green button, it's going to give you the opportunity to see if it is someone who already exists inside of your QuickBooks Online account. If it's not, you can click New Customer within QuickBooks. And this is going to now create the customer and link them to your QuickBooks Online account. Next up is your Payments tab. This is going to allow you to connect your customers to your credit card processor. So again, you may see different information here if they've already been connected. Let's head over to the other test account we've been using and click on our Payments tab. You can see here that this person has been connected to Stripe. They can be viewed in Stripe, and from the Payments tab, you can also see the customer's credit card on file. You have the opportunity to delete this card and add a new credit card, all from your Payments tab. If they haven't been connected to your credit card processor yet, you will then select to connect with Stripe or Authorize.net, depending on which one you're using. It's going to let me know that this customer is not found and give me the opportunity to connect them with Stripe via the Payments tab at the customer level of their account. Next tab is our Employee Preferences. We can create preferences for who this customer prefers or wants us to not schedule. We have both of those opportunities. So if they prefer a cleaner, we can select them as preferred and create. And if they also prefer a cleaner that must clean their home every time that's required, has to have this cleaner, you can require the employee as well. Again, you have the opportunity to set this as a do not schedule, preferred schedule, required employee, or not required employee. All again from your Employee Preference tab. Next up is your Notes tab. This is where you'll find all of your information, including emails sent, text messages sent, and any notes that have to do with changes to the customer's job, to the customer's schedule, to the customer's bill rate. All of that information will be housed on the Note tab. It's time and date stamped and gives you the user that made that change as well. Next up, the Attachments tab. This gives you the opportunity to attach and upload anything that you might want to keep on file with this customer's account. A good example of that is a liability release form. If that's something that you require customers to sign for you to use different equipment or supplies in their home, you could upload that attachment and it would stay here on the customer's account in Maid Central. And lastly is the Log tab. The Log tab is where you will find your activity log for activities that have happened at the customer account. And again, this is from start to finish, the customer level tabs, starting with your Overview tab to your Log tab. Thank you.